Hello everyone! Today we will discuss the lesson 2, select and use ICT tools for teaching and learning. What is the meaning of ICT? ICT is information and communication technology. It refers to various tools and devices or gadgets used in communicating, disseminating, creating, storing, and managing information. When you hear the word ICT, di ba napaisip ka about siya sa mga gadgets, about siya sa mga research, di ba? Many people in the world use smartphone, computer, tablet. These devices are very helpful in our daily life. Each of us have their own doing in using these gadgets. These devices are part of ICT. But why is ICT important in our daily life? ICT is very important in our daily life because with the use of ICT devices, people get information on the internet like news, uses to make communication to people. Smartphone can be used to know the time and serve as alarm clock and used for researching online. It's natural to us when we have an exam, di ba? We research about the word, about that question, di ba? It's natural kasi now it's pandemic. ICT have an important role to our daily life. It makes our life is easier, di ba? True? Kasi, if you research that word, madali na lang siya answeran. Kasi nga, nasa Google. Current system employs technologies by integrating ICT tools and application in education and in instruction because A is a great part of learning, is working on information and using it to create something can be useful and enlightening for humanity. Kasi, when you research, like example, you research about business, you need to innovation, you need to know what is the new and ano ba yung dapat na gawin. Diba? Sometimes nagre-research tayo kasi gusto natin bago, new ideas, diba? B is, it can provide a lot of facilities on how learners can do something with what they know and help them learn more. Diba, as a student kasi, when we research about the word, makakuha ka talaga ng knowledge about research. It's very important as a student kasi para madali na lang siya i-intindihin yung mga kagaya niyan, yung meaning, story, as in, mas madali siya kapag mag-research ka. When these ICT tools were employed appropriately for learners, the potential of their uses can have bearing on the lesson and the learner's engagement in the process of learning. As a learners or as a student, like example, thesis is very important. The computer, the signal, it's very important if you are student. For instructors, the ICT tools can be used in the presentation of lesson, demonstrating a point, or presenting concept. Diba? Tignan natin ngayon, we present presentations or PowerPoint. Mas madali kasi once na meron kang PowerPoint. Maintindihan mo yung mga word, yung mga sentence, kasi nga, may PowerPoint ka. Kumbaga, may visual aids ka na ipapakita sa estudyante mo or sa mga audience mo. Kasi once na wala kayong PowerPoint o visual aids, hindi nila maintindihan yung mga sinasabi mo. That's why the ICT is very important as instructors and the learners.
Technology. Technology works like a passage that allows the world to see you or permits you to get to see others as well. So we all know that technology is an example of human-made resources. So technology affects the way individuals communicate, learn, and think. It also helps society and determines how people interact with each other on a daily basis. Let's proceed to the next page. Question number 1 is, how do you describe yourself teaching a lesson inside the classroom? Will you use technology? Why or why not? In my own opinion, definitely I will use technology because it is the most effective way for teaching nowadays. I am sure that using technology can encourage my students to listen on my discussion and to get their attention. It makes our teaching easy and it is good not just for students but also for teachers. Question number 2 is, if you will employ digital tools and gadgets such as mobile phones, iPad or tablet, or the usual multimedia projector in teaching, how will you use them? So, gadgets such as mobile phone, iPad or tablet can be used for teaching through social media platforms such as Facebook, Google Classrooms, Zoom, and any other apps that can be used by students to cope up with the lessons. So, ang mga gadgets na ito ay ginagamit upang mag-present o makapagbigay ng lesson plans at mga lectures na maaring pag-aralan ng mga students. Makakatulong ito upang makapag-research ng maayos ang mga estudyante ng mga salita na may malalalim na kahulugan upang mas madali nilang maintindihan. The third question is, in what ways will you use blogs or wiki space in your lesson? One of the advantages of using online tools to engage students, such as blogs and wikis, is that they are very versatile. Depending on the needs of your lessons and your students' knowledge and skills, blogs and wikis can be as basic or in-depth for your students to engage in collaborative learning. So we can use blogs to publish class announcements and assignments, sharing resources with students, communicating with parents, student writing practice, collaborative learning and critical reflection, and many more. While wikis, we can use wikis by creating content-specific web pages, holding debates, collaborative story making, discussion boards, book or films, and online fact-checking or examining content for validity and accuracy. We should all do fact-checking so we can avoid misleading information that is spreading online. We can also use a blog or class wiki to share homework, publish class photos, discuss projects, and push information out to parents. So let's proceed to the question number 4. Can Facebook be useful in instruction? My answer is yes. Teachers can use Facebook Live. So, Facebook Live is a new feature that is immensely useful in the classroom, and it is a tool that allows teachers to record videos which students may view through live streaming. This is a terrific way to record and share videos of difficult lessons so that students can watch and learn after school. Then let's proceed to the next slide. You can read or study this illustration so you can familiarize and memorize it. The next slide is all about selection and use of a digital tool and how you can integrate it in your lesson. Letter A, using mobile phone and QR code. So QR code effectively and efficiently connecting the physical world with the electronic world. QR stands for quick response. Here are some of the example of electronic devices: desktop computers, mobile phones, and laptop. Then QR codes can contain text, links to websites, videos, and files. QR codes are safe to use in the classroom, so there's no worry about leading your students astray. Let's watch interesting ways on how to integrate QR codes in teaching.
5 steps on how to make your own QR codes. Step 1. Be online. Step 2. Search for a QR code generator and ensure that you read the information about the application. Some popular QR codes generators are Keiwa, GOQR, Me Visual Aid, and QR Stuff. There are also free application online. Step 3. Once you have identified your free online QR code generator, you can now encode the text or the information that you want. Step 4. Run it and save it as a JPEG file. Now you have successfully created your own code which you can download. Step 5. Test the QR code using your QR code reader or scanner. Selection and use of a digital tool and how you can integrate it in your lesson. Using laptop and the infographics. Delivering information simply and effectively while making it engaging and informative as well. What is infographic? Infographic is another interesting tool to use in instruction. It is a visual representation or an image such as diagram, chart, or picture representing information or data. These are used for breaking down and simplifying things that might be difficult to comprehend, such as data. Ways on which infographic can be used. First, to represent survey data. Presenting statistical data such as from survey. This is the collected from a sample of respondents that took a survey. Second, to simply a complex concept. Summarizing key points of providing an overview of a lesson.
Ways in which infographic can be used. Technology infographic is a visual marketing tool used to display technology information to an audience in a way that is both interesting and easy to read. For the bad posture, for health, back pain often caused by extended hour of poor posture is becoming increasingly common because of the amount of time we spend hunched over smartphones and slouching in front of computers. Or feel, slouching not only makes you look tired, but it also makes you feel sluggish, fearful, and self-conscious. And for communication, poor posture communicates to those around you that all may be bored, nervous, fearful, or self-conscious. Good posture. For health, practicing a good posture engages your core, opens up your diaphragm to help you breathe better, and gives your organs the room they need to aid in digestion. For feel, strengthening up and maintaining a good posture can be actually help increase energy productively and even reduce stress. And for communication, simply pulling your shoulders back, chin up, and back straight communicates confidence, presence, and openness, and help your own and room. Ways on which infographic can be used. Air pollution is a type of environmental pollution that affects the air and usually caused by smoke or other harmful gases, e.g. cars, airplanes, and even foams from spray cans. In other words, air pollution is a contamination of air due to the presence of a substance which has a poisonous effect. What information it is giving, however, entire example are literally giving informations. That great thing about them is the word they say, treat people like people, not product. Because if you didn't value other people's feelings, then you expected to get the same from them. Having empathy is like understanding that other people have an emotional life similar to yours. And by being able to recognize those emotions, you'll have a great relationship with other. Treating other well and just the way you want to treat it is a life-changing approach that can give you the chance to seek the good in people while spreading positively all around you. What part of the design do you like? A part of the design I like the most, which is the number 5, regularly interact with your followers, shows 3 people holding each other's hands. So I think you need to build a good relationship with people who truly believe in you. You need to value or treasure those people to seek a real connection with you. If you will change it, describe how your design will look. If I change it, I would appear that I will add some design. It's because you need that logo to be more expensive so that it become more realistic and unique. I think the whole content of the infographic is excellent and I don't need to change it at all.